My name is Emily Kilmer, and I am going to share with you my metaphor for teaching. Now, the whole concept of a metaphor for teaching is a little bit new to me. It's something I'm still formulating and developing. But the idea of a philosophy for teaching isn't new to me. It's something that I feel is very important to know what you believe about how teaching should be done and what the purpose of it is, and what the role of a teacher is, how students should be assessed. All of those things are essential in becoming an effective teacher, to know what you really believe. My philosophy of teaching centers on the uniqueness of students. That students are each incredibly unique. They learn different. They have different ideas, and and the uniqueness of students needs to be understood and appreciated. They're not, cookies formed out of cookie cutter. They're different, and the learning process needs to adapt to that for each student, which is a challenge. And part of what I feel the role of a teacher is to help students not just to know something, but to learn how to do something. And when a teacher really does their job right, to help them become something, to change and improve based on what you're teaching, what's going on in your classroom. And as I was thinking about how I could maybe put this into a metaphor, I thought about something I love, which is flowers. I really love flowers, and I think that they're beautiful and that there's a lot of unique flowers out there. So I thought about how doctrines, principles, and tools would fit into flowers in a garden maybe. And it starts with the soil. The soil is your doctrine, and your doctrines have to be solid, solid truth, that are filled with the nutrients needed for adequate growth and for becoming. And then you have your seeds, and those are the principles that you plant. And then you have your tools, which are the different things that you use to help the seed to grow, to help the doctrines and the principles all work together to grow something. And that's your sunlight and your water, and maybe the tools you use for weeding, maybe some miracle growth or some really great growth to happen. And those are your tools. And if a teacher is doing their job right, and they've truly been able to plant something and help it develop and grow and become, then something beautiful will blossom. And that's something that takes time. It's not necessarily instantaneous. And I think oftentimes the things teachers plant, even really good teachers, don't necessarily blossom during the time the child's in your classroom. Sometimes, because each student is unique in the way that they grow and the way that they learn, things may take a lot longer to blossom. Or maybe you just planted the seed, and more tools and more help from future teachers or future experiences that a student will have will allow those things to blossom, and that the student will become and improve because of what you accomplished in your classroom. And that is my metaphor for teaching. Thanks.